Family, yo. So I'm in Greenville, South Carolina. I drove 2.5 hours because I needed to go to the zoo. I had to go to the zoo because I wanted to see a goat. I wanted to talk to a goat about how worship changed her life and also drop off some merch, of course. So today, family, I'm talking with the illustrious, the entrepreneur, one of the greatest voices of our time, the Tasha Cobbs Leonard, about how worship changed her life. Let's pull up on it. Let's go. So Tasha has her own store. It's called Elevate in Greenville, South Carolina. So if you're in Greenville, this thing is beautiful. She always does everything next level. Let's go. Tasha, this is nice. This is, am I in Beverly Hills? Am I in Lenox Mall? Is this Rodeo Drive?
Oh my goodness.
This is nice in real life. Not for play. Like, I'm grateful I don't have to say it to be nice, but it really is.
Mm-hmm. This is not a podcast.
This is not a podcast, it's a conversation. We're just talking. I don't have no podcast, Mike.
We do. We have them on.
I do not do podcasts.
Well, 5 o'clock this morning, I woke up. I was like, okay, let me take a bathroom break. I came back. And you know, you just pick up your phone, start scrolling. So I'm scrolling on Facebook, and it's like one of the girls who was a partner at my dad's church, like forever ago. And the anniversary of my dad's death was January 19th. And so she did a post, I didn't see it until this morning. And she posted like a YouTube clip of him preaching. So I pull it up and I am like down this rabbit hole. And all I could think is, oh my God, Daddy is ministering to me right now.
Wow.
Like,
unexpectedly.
Oh,
no
like everything he was preaching, and the message was from like 13 years ago. But of course, I wasn't there then, so I never heard these messages.
Right.
And I was one of them was called "Let Them Go," and he was just talking about the things that have attached themselves to you. You never went into it to be in bondage, but somehow you find yourself enslaved. And then he said, "But it takes the voice of a prophet to free you." Like, and he started like, I was like, oh my God. Like literally Daddy is ministering to me. It was so refreshing. I was just smiling the whole time. Probably about 2 hours I'm watching clips of Daddy just preaching to me.
Wow.
Crazy.
No,
it was incredible.
That is like God is so, his timing is so
perfect.
Like just perfect every single time. And he like, I think it's the idea, not the idea, it's the reality that he knows what we need
when we need it.
Like period. So like
it was years where I wouldn't
be expecting that.
Yeah, for years I wouldn't listen to it. I didn't want to hear it. The grief. My way of grieving is I just couldn't hear his voice yet. So for years, but now, because people ask me all the time, like, do you listen to your dad introduce him? And for years I could not listen to him introduce me on the record. Wow. But it was just one day where I was like, let me hear Daddy's voice. And I had to hear him say, my baby, the pride, like all of that. So now that I can hear his voice and go back to listen to these messages, it's just, it's incredible.
No, that's so good.
Yep.
That's so good. And I think that's encouraging because I feel like there are people who are probably in that same boat. They're like, they want to disconnect from that pain. And so I don't even want to think about that because I know how that makes me feel. And sometimes you got to have the courage to like, let me go back to because if you don't face it, you can't get the testimony.
Oh my God, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like avoidance is not the testimony.
Yeah.
The testimony is it was right there, I faced it and I overcame it with the help of the Lord.
Yeah.
Or I faced it and I realized it wasn't even as bad as I thought it was gonna be. And it actually ended up being more of a blessing than it was a burden or hurting me because of the pain of facing something that felt or something that I just felt like, I don't want to know what that feels like anymore. So that's so good.
That ministered to me today. Really did.
Yo, Pops. Ain't that powerful?
That's crazy, man. I was like, he is literally preaching to me right now. It was so good. So good, yeah.
That's dope.
Dope. So you in Greenville.
I'm in Greenville. So
at Elevate.
I'm in Greenville at Elevate, this beautiful, amazing store. I think, I'm going to say this because I feel like you don't get enough credit for this, number one. I think you've inspired all of us, like, love Jesus, worship God, do it with passion, do it with conviction, do it with excellence. That's one aspect of who you are. But from the jump, your entrepreneurial spirit and mind and heart is like, nah, it's not that you've always presented yourself like, I'm not just that, right? You know what I'm saying? And
This
I feel
and
like,
that.
Yeah, exactly. This and that. And it's always been so inspiring. It's like, yo, like this girl really loves God. She really loves God, and she's not looking for a way out. It's like, no, this is just another piece or a part of who I am. And to watch you build and grow and create, and even like we're literally sitting inside of something that God gave you, I think it's just so dope for everybody. It's like, hey, yeah, we're gonna worship the Lord. We're gonna do a great job at it. We're gonna serve the local church. But at the same time, what else has God put in your heart? Because He gives you the desires in your heart, right? So to like, what is that? I'm gonna ask you multiple questions here before we get to the main question. But like, what inspired that for you to be like, yo, yes, I'm a worship leader. Yes, I'm a preacher. But there's also this other side of who I am that I'm so passionate about, and I know it came from God.
You ever ran from a calling?
Yes.
It's the same thing. Like even with the fear of failure, and I've done that, and I feel like we could be a little bit more public about that. Like this, what we're sitting in is a pivot.
Wow.
Because I did something that for a season was working, but it was like, man, this is so hard. Like, this is so hard. Lord, what do you want next from this? And I learned so many lessons in that. But how well can we pivot? I feel like it would be much more of a teacher if we show more of our failures.
That's
where
so
people are afraid to do things because they think they can't do it or it ain't gonna work. I think some of us need to show, I did so many more things that didn't work. Do you see the things that are working, but the songs that didn't make the album, the songs that I thought was banging and everybody else was like, that is terrible. Like, I feel like when people see your failures, but it's a calling. It's one of those things where if I don't do it, then I'm gonna have sleepless nights. It's about the chase where God is like chasing you down, you look raggedy. You know what I'm saying? We got those siblings and friends and uncles and aunts where you look like, if you just stop running, life would be so much. I feel the same way about the entrepreneurial gift that God gave me. That if I don't do it, it's gonna be so much more of a task and a challenge for me than just jumping out there and having faith.
Wow, yeah, because you do it so well. And again, people see the wins. Instagram, I tell people all the time, Instagram is nothing but the highlights.
Full of wins. I mean,
it's the highlights. Yeah. It's what we want people to see. Is what people want you to see. But you don't see the behind the scenes, the struggles, the failures, how hard, the tears of trying to build something that you know God gave you. And it's like, God, if you gave me this, it feels like it should be a little bit easier. But it just takes faith. It takes faith, and it's like it's always something on the other side of a promise. It's like we get stuck in the middle sometimes.
And it makes the next one easier. The Bible talks about going from faith to faith and glory to glory. I have so much more of an understanding of what faith to faith means. Because I've seen Him do this, I can never go back to the place of faith I was in before He did this.
You can't be unexposed.
So the next thing is like, yes.
I've been exposed. Like you showed me when I had no idea how this would work. And you provided, you showed up. So now that's my floor.
It's the floor. I can't go back.
Can't go back. You showed me but again, I think it's so important that what you said earlier is like, but most people are afraid to start. Because you're afraid to fail. It's like, nah, even if you fail, it's still so much to gain from it. But what you may feel like is a failure, God wants to use that because like, I needed to get you here because there was a version of yourself you needed to be before I took you to that next place. So you needed to fail, but it wasn't even a failure because number one, He's going to make all things work together for our good, like if we love Him. So even in failure, even in our mistakes, even in the things that we thought were gonna work and they didn't work, God uses all of that to get the glory from it. And not just get the glory from, not just to get the glory from it, but to form us in a way that makes us the person that He can use or do something through in this next season of our lives to show us like, it didn't work, but here's the reason why it didn't work. And now you're gonna see on the other side of those tears, He's gonna give you beauty for those ashes. But most people, they're so afraid of the ashes.
Wow.
They're so afraid of the ashes. And it's like, yo, no. They're so afraid of the tears, but it's like, no, the promise is weeping may endure for a night. But joy.
But joy.
Yeah, you may have some ashes. This thing that you thought was going to be beautiful, burnt all the way down. But I'll give you beauty for it. If you can just like, don't get tired in the middle. Be not weary in well doing. Don't give up in the middle.
Pastor Darius would say it's not a loss, it's a lesson.
It's a lesson.
Yeah.
It's
all
such a lesson, man. And so you have all of these lessons, right? You have these lessons, you have failures, you've had things that you thought was gonna go this way, and they went another way. I want to believe in my heart that one of the reasons why you've been able to, or one of the reasons why you were not in a position that you gave up, but you kept going, is because of worship. Legitimately, it's like, you know, so I gotta ask the question because I ask everybody. It's like, so for real, how did worship change your life? And can you attribute worship, being a worshiper, to one of the reasons why you've been able to persevere and pursue even when you did fail?
I think this question is so loaded, and I have so many thoughts that's going through my mind. Because if you would have asked me this question years ago, I would have been like, you know, worship is like breathing to me. It's like air, and it still is. Right. But I believe because of relationship and life, what worship means to me and what it is to my life, it's ever evolving. I just went through this season where the Lord told me to take a sabbatical. So I went on sabbatical for 60 days. I didn't do anything. I cleared my calendar. I stayed at home. I worked out, went to the gym, and God revealed to me, I think, this next place of worship for Tasha. Like how worship is gonna develop and cultivate who I am now. It's more so about pursuing the Tasha that is more like Christ. Like if every single day I try to be more like him, then I will perfect purpose. Like I'm gonna walk directly in purpose. If I want to walk more like him, talk more like him, and having the hunger to be more like him, it automatically makes you do the things that we consider worship. Listening to worship, reading the word of God.
I'm in that same vein. Yes. Oh my God, like that is so, like literally this year, my prayer going into this year is like, God, I'm so not focused about what you can do for me. This year is about what you can do in me. Oh, it's like, I know you're good. You're a good father.
Yes, we
like
know.
My daughter don't have to ask me. My daughter don't have to ask me, Dad, are you going to make sure I'm going to college? You're going to make sure I got a car? You're going to make sure I got food? You're going to make sure I got clothes? No, I'm going to I love you. I'm going to do all of that. You don't even have to ask me for that. It's like, but who are you becoming?
It's different when Maya sits with you and say, okay, I watched y'all do this. Now teach me how you did that. Yeah. Like, this is my pursuit. I want to sit with you and find out your heart. Like, I want to know the mind of Christ.
Yes.
How you think, how you feel. I want that. I want to be more like you. And then everything else falls into place when we pursue him to be more like him. Yeah. It's not even about like what your hand can give anymore. I want to be like you.
That is so good. That is so, and I feel like even for this generation, and talking to worship leaders now, and it's like, I remember, I think you said it was like some years ago, you was like, I don't know if we've done a good job.
Oh yeah.
He was like, I don't know. It was like being like some of the generals inside of this. Like, I don't know if we've done a good job of like, we've made worship leaders pursue this career.
Platform.
This career of leading worship versus
but they didn't see the tears, the floor. We call it the floor ministry at home. They didn't see the years. Like, this is one of the things that I revisited on this sabbatical. God was like, I want the Tasha who would lay on the floor at her dad's church 20 years ago for hours and hours and wail and weep before me. I want that Tasha back. Like, they didn't see that because we didn't show it. You know, you were just saying the Instagram highlights. I want us to have moments where we can expose, hey, I found this relationship by not being on big platforms, not singing at the White House. I found this literally at my daddy's church that sat 50 people.
And because of that version of myself, that's why God opened the door for the other stuff. It's like now everybody's like,
it's the foundation.
How do I get here? And it's like, no, like there was a birthing place. You know, there was a place that nobody saw me, that nobody had access to me. That God literally had me in a wilderness in the backwoods of Rayford, North Carolina, in Jessup, Georgia, where nobody even knew I existed. And that's where this sound was created, not in a mega church. Like everybody, it's like, no, it wasn't a mega church that created this. It was like literally being in these little spaces with God, hearing his voice and literally being content with that. Being
I love it.
Being like happy.
It's still my thing.
Like being happy, showing up like I get to do this.
Yes.
I know sometimes we weaponize that with volunteers, like we get to do it. But no, it's like literally having a heart that's like, yo, I get to
excited
do it. I can't believe I get to do this with these 40 people here and happy and excited.
Oh my God.
And the authentic presence of God. Nothing forced, nothing nothing that we had to conjure up. It was like, no, it was like a room full of people who just love Jesus. And we're going to come in and meet with God. And we saw miracles. We saw, oh my God, literally, I was telling a friend of mine, I was like, bro, I remember what it was to go to church and see somebody walk in and watch them walk out and look totally different.
Totally different.
They had a makeover.
Yes, I've seen it.
Yo, I've seen people walk in church
and over.
And walk out and we're like, is that the same?
And I believe in process. I believe that there are some people who walk through the process of deliverance, but we've seen deliverance immediately. I've seen it. I've seen people come into church as an alcoholic and walk out and never touch another alcohol. Like never. I've seen it.
I know. And it's like, I think and I don't even want to go down this rabbit hole, but it's like, I've asked God, I'm like, God, what shifted? Because again, people will say, okay, they weren't as educated, they didn't know as much about the Lord, they didn't have the depth
but it's on us.
Theology. It's like all of this stuff, but it was like we had real encounters with God where people walked out of the presence of the Lord.
And here's what we found, even now that we're adults, they weren't perfect, but there was something about their heart and pursuit and the way they honored the presence of God. I think, and we just have to be honest, that weight is on us now. Like it's on us, and it may not look the same.
Absolutely.
I say this all the time. Like we used to see demons and stuff. Like the enemy is not showing up the same. It's not as impactful for him to show out the way he used to show out. He's gonna show up in other things. And I feel like our approach, even as the church, it may look a little different, but it has to have the same heart. And that's where I want to go. Lord, he showed me this, like the same passion and fulfillment that I feel when I'm standing on the stage ministering. I feel that when I'm working out. And I feel like I needed to see that. God had to show me that. Because sometimes we can put definition to the platform. Like, okay, God shows up when I'm singing. But God is like, I'm the same God when you on a treadmill.
Absolutely.
I can show up in the same fullness.
Absolutely.
And just for you. Like sometimes as worship leaders, it's almost like we've put on this weight of responsibility for everyone to encounter God. And Lord, I just need them to encounter him. So perfect me, Lord. But God is like, I just want to show out for you.
That is so good.
And if it's for you, everybody else.
We get stuck in being Martha. We get stuck
taking on this responsibility. God is like, it's on me to show up for them. I just need you to pursue me for you.
I tell my team this every week. I say, God, don't forget the God of the worship. I know we're here to serve these people, but don't miss your moment. Don't miss every single Sunday. It's like the most relevant and the person that people would need every week in and week out is not a great soprano. They need to see somebody set themselves on fire and worship you. The greatest example somebody's gonna have, if they don't know, if they're a first-time guest, if they've never been in worship in their life, if they never lifted their hands, they should be able to look on that platform and see, oh my God. Not somebody executing a song, right? But somebody like literally worshiping God. Like, and I'm telling them, like, don't miss your moment. We're not just coming to get, God is going to do the heavy lifting. Like his presence is going to do, none of us can heal, break chains, do any of that. We're ushers. We're leading people into this encounter with God. And yes, he is going to do that. But do not walk out of this room with the same stuff you brought in here. It's like, wait a minute. So you're telling me God is just going to skip over us to get to these people? It's like, no, that doesn't make sense. But we got to get, sometimes it's like, yo, we got to be, Martha is necessary. But don't forget to get at his feet.
That's it.
Week in and week out, because he wants to do, and he actually gets more glory out of our lives off the platform than he ever will on.
Yes, and that's what I mean by evolving. Like, my answer is different now. What worship and how it impacts my life, it's just different now. It's literally every moment of my being is about the pursuit of who he is and how he can make me better. Just perfecting Tasha. When I walk out the door, I look like Christ. Like, you know, I just, that's where I am now.
That is so refreshing, and it's so much confirmation for me. It's like, that's the wave. It's like when I did Greater Nights a few months ago, that was the thing. I'm talking to these people and I'm like, hey guys, I know you guys want to know how to set up your set list and how to navigate through Planning Center, but
the greatest thing I can give you.
You can get that on YouTube. like that information is on YouTube. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul. Like, fall in love with Jesus.
That's all I got.
Like, I promise you, if you can get that, when Jesus is leaving it, the disciples are like, yo, what are the greatest commandments? Yo, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your mind, and soul, and love your neighbor as yourself. Let's lock down those two. Before you want to get to all the other stuff.
Because the truth is, most of us don't have that.
We don't have those two.
No.
We want deep revelation. We want all of the other stuff. Can you lock in on these two?
The simplicity of the
gospel.
gospel.
Yo, I just want you. He's like, yo, fall in love with me.
Yep.
You got a gift. I gave it to you. I'll provide the platforms. Can you just fall in love with me?
So good.
Just come, like, just hang out with me. Am I enough? Am I?
That's so good.
Enough? What can and that's my encouragement to even people who are watching right now. It's like, yo, he's enough. And I know what you see. I know what you experience. I know what you want to be, and we all have aspirations, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know. But at the same time, it's like, yo, don't forget the God of the work. Don't forget the God that's going to put you on that platform. The God is going to give you that opportunity, and it's like, yo, your gift will make. These are two testimonies that your gift will make room. You did not go looking for that. I did not go look. Even with the song that ended up on your album, it was like God, literally God making room. He orchestrates it. Unless the Lord builds a house, unless the Lord watches over the city, what is it anyway? It's in vain. It's in vain. This was good. This is great. Because this is not a podcast.
This is Todd's non-podcast.
This is not a podcast.
It's actually a podcast on tour.
This is not a podcast. This is
podcast on fleek. They don't say that no more.
They don't say that no more. It's not a podcast. But this conversation, I think, is so healthy.
Necessary.
It's so needed, and it's so necessary. And thank you. Like I said, for real, thank you for, like, you've always been a big sister, even though you're a little older than me.
No, you older than me, bro.
I'm not older than you.
You're actually older than me.
Ain't no way. How old are you?
I'm 44.
I'm 44.
Yeah, your birthday's before mine.
We're definitely the same age.
If his birthday's before mine, it definitely makes him older than me. I mean, there's no arguing that point.
Okay, my birthday's before, so we're definitely the same age. Anyway, you've always been an inspiration. You've always been a sister. You've always been like everything I've ever needed you to be. The greatest word that I've ever gotten, that I've cried tears over, has probably come from you. And my wife reminds me of this all the time. She was like, do you remember when Tasha said, God, you will always have what you need every time you step on that platform?
Oh my God.
Oh my God, like every time.
Every time you testify to me about that, it literally brings me to tears.
Like every time, I'll never forget, there was moments where I've been like, God, why did you bring me here? I don't have what it takes. I don't have a voice. Either I was doing something, and my wife will remind me, I'll text her, I was like, yo, pray for me. And she'll remind me, remember what Tasha said. You will always have what you need.
I've seen God do that in your life.
I've literally seen from zero to
we're on tour.
We're on tour.
This is crazy. I mean, it's mind blowing.
Yeah, on tour. I'm like walking out there. I'm like, I'm about to be embarrassed, or
God gonna come through.
Yeah. This is about to be really bad, or you're going to get the glory out of this. And every single time, He has come through, and I literally take heart, and literally I find strength in that. It's like I go back, I was like, my sister told me I'm always have what I need. and every single time.
I received that. Thank you, Lord.
Every single time. So thank you for that. Thank you for your time. You're a business lady. You're in this beautiful store. I'm sure you're supposed to be in Africa or
No, you on your way to Africa, ain't you?
I am in the next month or so. We're on our way.
Y'all better go ahead.
He said, y'all go right along.
Y'all better go ahead. I support.
Yo, tell me, let me see the merch. I brought you something.
Now, I've been seeing the merch. I was like, hey.
I brought you a set. My sister.
Come on here. Oh, y'all better watch the fire.
I know. My sister told me last night, she's like, I'm a small, medium. Like, don't come in here with no larges and extra larges. You seen the video.
I know what size is in, but
I brought you a little meat just in case.
Come on here.
I brought you a nice little set.
I love this, Todd.
You know,
I'm opening it up.
Little pieces, you know what I'm saying? We did our best.
Worship changed my life.
It really did.
It really did. This is my testimony.
Come on, so.
Todd, this is amazing. Now, I will say this. One thing Todd Galbraith is going to do is excellence.
Praise
this ain't no, I just went up the street, no shade, and printed this at my house. This is well thought through. This is excellent.
Thank you.
It's heavy duty, great
heavy.
quality.
You feel the weight of
I
glory?
love this, Todd.
Thank you.
Worship changed my life.
Glory to the glory of God.
I love that.
I know it's a little big.
It's it's oversized.
You're skinny.
He's
and I'm gonna be grateful for.
No, I love this. Y'all gotta go get you some. Get it. Worship changed my life.com.
Hey man, Tasha, thank you. We're out of here. It's the Worship Changed My Life conversation series.
Tour.
It's not a podcast though. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. We'll see you on the next one. God bless.